Okay, welcome everybody to the February 2018 TDL Forum. We're glad you're here. For those joining us for the first time, welcome to you as well. We will use this time together, this very brief presentation, to give you an idea of what TDL has been up to over the last month. And we should have some time at the end of our half hour for questions and announcements and discussion if there's any need for it. So we'll go ahead and get started. I am Christy Park. I'm the Executive Director of TDL, and also speaking today will be Courtney Muma, TDL Services Manager, and Leah DeForest, TDL Communication Strategist. We are going to start with a few updates from me, and then Courtney will give us some updates on digital preservation and what's going on in that area of our work, and Leah will wrap things up with some announcements about upcoming events, and then we'll open the floor for questions. So, a few updates. We'll talk a little bit about job posting, Vireo 4 and DSpace, and some digital library summits, a couple of events that we've planned for this spring that we're really excited about and we'll update you on. We just this week got posted a position for Senior Information Technology Manager at TDL. This is a position that will provide senior manager oversight for the technology operations that support Texas Digital Library hosting and software development and other technology services. This is in part a replacement, although he can never be replaced, of Ryan Steens in the position that he held at TDL up through the end of October, and but is conceived a little bit differently to focus more specifically on technology and the technology operations at TDL. There is a link to apply for this position on the website at tdl.org/jobs. It's also posted through the UT Austin jobs listing. If you know people who are interested in working with TDL and would be a great fit for this position, please send them our way. We'd love to talk to them. And we look forward to updating you further as we get further along in this search. I also wanted to give you a little update on some things that are going on with services and development. One is that I think I mentioned in the last forum that we would begin user testing of Vireo version 4 this month. That testing has started in a limited way with the Vireo Users Group Steering Committee, which has been testing and helping the developers on Vireo 4 shore up the stability of the system over the last week or week and a half. And we'll be inviting a larger testing group that's been identified through the Vireo Users Group for end user testing starting probably this afternoon or tomorrow, and then running through March 4th. As always, thank you to the Vireo Users Group Steering Committee and to Texas A&M for their hard work in making this possible. We are also at TDL deploying a test instance in our Amazon Web Services infrastructure to work out issues with deployment. And there are a few others, Harvard and Princeton most notably, who are deploying the code in their environments to test it out. I'll just emphasize this is a first round of user testing to find bugs and get feedback on some new features. You may remember that this version will include the ability to create multiple student submission workflows in a single Vireo instance, and also the ability to manage and upload controlled vocabularies for virtually any field in the student submission interface. So these are two big, important, useful features. We're excited to test them out and get some feedback on them, and move towards a solid application and for Vireo. There will be additional testing and development after this period of user testing, as well as the development of a migration plan for TDL hosted instances. So there's still considerable work to be done before we're talking about upgrading TDL hosted Vireos. But we will keep you posted as that progresses. Also wanted to mention that we're beginning exploration of DSpace 6 as we make plans to upgrade our hosted instances to the latest version of DSpace. Right now, that upgrade work is scheduled for summer. That's a fairly soft schedule right now, so we'll keep listening in, and we'll keep you posted as we kind of solidify those plans. But our technical staff right now is investigating and preparing our infrastructure for the upgrade, making some changes to the architecture to improve security and stability for our DSpace hosted instances. And at the same time, the DSpace Education Working Group, which is led by Laura McElfresh at A&M Galveston, has begun to kick the tires on a test instance of DSpace that Nick Woodward brought up for us, just to kind of see what the new features are and how much training, retraining, or outreach we need to do with the larger DSpace user community to inform everybody of changes with DSpace 6. If you are interested, and I see Laura has posted this in the chat window as well, if you are interested in helping that group play around in DSpace 6, you are more than welcome to do so. You can email the TDL help desk at support@tdl.org and ask for a user account in the DSpace 6 test instance, and we will get you set up with the correct permissions and let you play around in there and see what's new. So please let us know if you're interested in doing that. Thank you, Laura, for all the work that the DSpace Education Working Group is doing. We're looking forward to having some exciting things to announce out of that group, and there will be a Birds of a Feather at TCDL for the DSpace users to talk with that group about things that are going on as well. So be looking for that in the communication about TCDL. All right, finally, before I hand it over to Courtney, I just wanted to let you all know about a few events that we've got planned for this spring that we're really excited about. We're calling them Digital Library Summits. These are events that some of our members are hosting for us, where we're inviting potential members to join TDL through regional meetings. The first one of these, what we held in Lubbock at Texas Tech last Thursday, and I want to thank Dr. Bella Gerlich, the Dean of Libraries there, who is also our chair of our governing board, for hosting that meeting for us. Also, big thank yous to Joy Perrin, Heidi Winkler, Shelley Barba, and others, Matt McInerney, others who attended those meetings, presented, really advocated for TDL, and went to a lot of effort on our behalf. We also had a couple of other institutions who are already members join us, and we were so grateful they were there. Those folks included Angelos State University, Joseph Pruitt was there, and West Texas A&M. So thank you, Joseph and Taylor and others for being there. We had a great discussion. We had about half a dozen potential institutions from the region, from the kind of High Plains, West Texas Panhandle region who came. It was a really diverse group of academic libraries talking about the challenges of doing digital work in the academic library space, and talking about the community-based model that TDL has developed for meeting some of those challenges. And we're looking forward to some exciting things coming out of this meeting. We're hosting a second one of these tomorrow in Houston. The University of Houston is hosting this for us. Annie Wu and Taylor Davis Van Otta are going to be presenting with us at that summit, and also some of our other members from A&M Galveston and University of Houston Clear Lake will be there. We're looking forward to seeing all of you tomorrow, as well as another group of potential members from the region, the Houston area, Gulf Coast region. So that's all pretty exciting. We're going to do another one of these at TLA later in the spring, and we'll be reaching out to Dallas area folks for that. All right. I think that's it for me. So I'm going to now turn it over to Courtney to give us a couple of updates on digital preservation services. Courtney, I don't think we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Oh gosh, I don't know what happened there. Sorry, folks. I just was congratulating Texas A&M University on their first uploads to Deepin. And I saw Sean on the call earlier. So Sean, specifically, congratulations to you and your team. I know that Deepin is excited, and we're excited to see it happening. So now from TDL, we have UT Austin and Texas A&M successfully uploading to Deepin, and very soon we'll have Trinity University here in San Antonio and also Angelo State, who's just done their training with me. So you'll be hearing more about them very soon. So that's really exciting. And again, congratulations, Sean. I also want to remind folks about the Digital Preservation Management Workshop. So if you have already applied, you will be hearing very soon from myself and from Nancy and Kari about whether or not you can register. It's looking good for everybody so far. So we haven't seen any problems with the applications. We're about a little over a third full. And so we're going to release invitations to this workshop and allow applications from a much broader community very soon. I know that Nancy and Kari are looking forward to doing that because they've had a lot of questions. So if you are a member of TDL and you want to be kind of the first to get into this and make sure you get your slot, I encourage you to apply now because we are going to push this to a broader community very soon. And I think that's all I have for today.
All right, thanks, Courtney. Lee is now going to give us a couple of updates on upcoming events.
Morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Just wanted to say that we're really pleased with our first monthly Twitter chats, the metadata mixers. First mixer in January centered on our New Year's resolutions for our metadata. And February's theme looked at the love-hate or love strongly dislike, because hate's a strong word, that love-hate relationship we all have with our metadata. We were really happy to see folks from digital humanities join us at this month's chat, and it just happened to coincide with Love Data Week 2, which was a great fit. So these chats are a great way to let the world know about your work, and we've seen that colleagues outside of the TDL consortium and even outside of academic libraries are watching. In fact, today, Lauren informed us that we reached 1,000 Twitter followers, and that's all thanks to you. So these chats are just really informal and participation's really easy. And even if you're just quote unquote liking and lurking, it makes a really big difference. So I just want to say thanks to Carol Long for this idea to start using Twitter more strategically and keep a conversation going around metadata. And many thanks to you guys, our TDL members who joined us. You just dove right in and made the chats fun and informative. Our next chat is going to be Thursday, March 22nd, 12:30 to 1:30. Hope you can join us, and there will be emails and tweets about that to remind you. Okay, TCDL. So wow, this year we have 70 proposals for TCDL, and this year's conference is going to be just amazing. Our committee is currently reviewing proposals. We want to thank them for all their hard work. Eric Ames from Baylor and Clark Iakavakis from University of Houston Clear Lake have done an excellent job leading the charge this year. Jess Neal from Trinity and Marcia McIntosh from UNT are planning some really fun activities for the reception. And Jeremy Moore from Texas State, Amanda Zarenge from Texas Women's, Crystal Shank from UT Arlington, Kara Long from Baylor, and Bethany Scott from UH are all working hard to make sure this conference is going to be beneficial for all of us. So now it's your turn. Don't forget to register by April 6th because you want to take advantage of those early bird savings. And then finally, yay, the TDL Awards. So this is just a reminder that the deadline to nominate a colleague for a TDL Award is this Friday, February 23rd. This award is really unique. It's unique to Texas, and it's an important way to recognize the work you and your colleagues do every day. You can nominate yourself as a reminder. And please note that the awards are not exclusive to TDL members. They can include our peers working in any library. The nomination process is all online. It'll take just a few minutes, and you just head to tdl.org/awards to show some love and nominate someone for an award today. And those winners will be announced at TCDL.
Awesome. So I want to encourage everybody, you have today through Friday to think of one of your colleagues at your library or another library in Texas that is doing awesome work, a project, a person, research that's being done. We know those things are out there, and we want to recognize them through the TDL Awards. So it's a really easy application process. You can go to, is it tdl.org/awards on the TDL website to find out more about that. And we want to see lots of those awards applications roll in this week. So that is it for our content today. We flew through that. We've got plenty of time if there are questions. So I'll yield the floor to you all and see if there are questions or announcements or any other things for discussion today. Okay, sounds like it was all clear, and we will just give you back the last 11 minutes of your time here. If things come up, please, as always, never hesitate to get in touch with me, with any of us, or with the TDL Help Desk at support@tdl.org. Thank you all for being here and for all your good work and for your partnership. We will see you next time. Thanks, everybody.